Greetings, beloveds. Where's your heart today? I would like to invite you to a reflective session, which I will be hosting online, and I will be unpacking and sharing experiences, lived experiences, and realities of the violence, trauma, and abuse that happens in the South African TV and film industry. As we know, in South Africa, we are in a major crisis. Johannesburg is known as the rape capital of the world. And on top of that, we have an industry where sexual exploitation, physical work exploitation has become the norm within the entertainment industry. With the rise of the Me Too movement, we saw a bit of a shift happening, but then it slightly moved away. And there's a reason for that, because number of reasons. As we know, abuse is about power. So the perpetrators, the enablers, their supporters, have a close proximity to power, or they hold the reins, they hold the strings, they have the decisions, and not the decisions, but rather the opportunities to make or break careers. And as history has dictated, those who dare to speak out, those who dare to say no, those who dare to call out the sexual harassment, the abuse, the rape that happens on sets are either silenced, or they're intimidated or scared with lawyer letters, physical intimidation, blacklisting. The list is endless. And as much as there's been movement, and I'm going to acknowledge there has been quite a bit of movement, not enough, we need to approach this in a very different and very strategic way. And why I want to have the session, and why I do believe we need to approach this in a different and strategic way, is that our mental well-being and our physical well-being needs to come first. Particularly for the artists or the producers who are also activists and also have to face the backlash and have to face the highest level of intimidation. So even if you are blacklisted or you found another career, you still have to live with that trauma. You still have to live with the pain. You still have to live with the fear. So in this reflective session I'm going to be sharing my journeys, sharing my lessons, and I choose the word lessons intentionally because as we move forward, as we're learning, we also all have a lot to unlearn. And so forming certain partnerships may not have been wise, but if I had known and I was equipped with certain knowledge, I would have known what to look out for. Also giving yourself time, that when you're going through something, it doesn't matter how strong you are. At the end of the day, you're still human. So I want to focus on that. And then also give a brief workshop or reflection on, which is part of my life coaching course, which I combine counseling and life coaching for those who have gone through terrible abuse, but then need to find their way back into their careers or find another career. And this is a reality for many of us. So if you are interested in accessing the space, it is going to be coming through from an intersectional lens, because I do believe that in order to tackle this, it cannot just be focusing on women and children, although we are the ones who are mostly affected. But we can't exclude non-binary people. We cannot exclude my community from the LGBTQI+A community. We cannot exclude those men and boys who are also being abused or also ridiculed when trying to speak out. So the space is welcome to all. I'm not going to call it a safe space because I don't believe in safe spaces online. We can't control that. However, I will put as many safety precautions in place. I will get advice from legal in terms of how to ensure that what's shared in that space cannot be repeated. So you won't be able to record it and I won't record it. Obviously, you can take notes and so forth. I will, if you are interested, then send me a DM or send a DM to my life coaching and counseling space known as Letsatsi Healing Space. You will then be given a link to a form to fill out, not a lot, but just a little bit of information. And then if that application is successful, then on the day of the actual session, which will be happening on Tuesday, the 16th of April at 7 p.m., around about 5 p.m., look out in your emails and you'll get a link to the Zoom. And why I say is that why I'm doing this route is that we know who some of the players are in the industry. And this space is a space for victims, for survivors, for supporters, for allies, for those who, production houses or actors who just want to know how to be there for the next person or create safe spaces. At the end, there will be an open interaction. If you don't want to interact, you don't have to. You don't have to show your true name on the group as well. And the reason why I say that is that I know, a couple of years ago, and it was very public, a particular body told the industries to stay away from me. And I know many people cannot be seen on a public platform with me, cannot interact with me, because your job's on the line. I get it. And that is what I talk about, that proximity to power, that power over other people's lives and careers. So I get that. So don't feel guilty by saying, well, look, I don't want to put my real name on. Absolutely. But yeah, let's be honest. It could be triggering. And if it is, by all means, then message me and we can try and hold space for you. But then even afterwards, I will be available for about an hour should anybody want to have a one-on-one consultation or one-on-one counseling pro bono. Should you be affected by anything that is brought up within the group. I'm hoping to bring on a few other counselors just in case things do get out of hand. But that is what I can offer in terms of moving forward. So if this interests you, send a DM to me or to Letsatsi Healing Space. We'll send you the form. You send it back to us. If it's accepted, we'll let you know. And then around about 5 o'clock on Tuesday, the 16th of April, you will then get a link to the Zoom. 7 o'clock, we'll let you in and then we'll start the session. I don't want to be talking for too long, so probably 30 to 40 minutes or so to give a bit of time for Q&A. And yeah, let's be honest. Let's have these transparent conversations. Let's all bring what we can to the table. And when you can't, that's also okay. But the most important thing is that you need to take care of what's in here, and your whole body. Your mental and physical, spiritual, psychological well-being always, always should come first. Thanks so much for listening.